guys, it's Jeanette with Mind Body Mobility, and I'm here with another strength and conditioning video for you. It's an all levels video, so you can kind of amp it up or bring it down, however self-paced you need to be. Remember, make sure that you're taking care of your own body. Don't do anything you know you're not supposed to. Check in with your doctor. Make sure you're good to be exercising like this in the first place. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay inside for now, right? Take care of your body. I'm going to give you lots of modifications within this. So if you want to work faster, you can work faster. If you want to work a little slower, work a little bit slower. The only props I'm going to have for this is a mat. I have a kettlebell. If you don't have a kettlebell, that's fine. You can just have something heavy or a bigger dumbbell. And then I have, these are just 5-pound dumbbells here. You could do a lot heavier. You could do lighter. You could do no weights at all, okay, and just make it all about body weight. So we're going to work today. We kind of have two different workouts, okay? The first one, both of them actually are going to be working for 40 seconds. So you work hard for 40 and then you get a rest of 20 before you do the next thing. So work hard for 40 seconds, rest for 20 seconds. Let's just go through the first one real quick. And then, actually, let's do this. Let's go ahead and do a warm-up real quick, and then we'll go through the first one, and we'll make that happen. So let's just start with a warm-up, okay? So we're going to start with some inchworms. And remember, modify as you need to. If maybe you just reach down and touch your toes and come up, that's fine too. But an inchworm basically is stand hip width apart, flat back or roll down to the toes, walk it out. Okay, you can have a little extension here if you want, nice and easy. Walk it back, use your abs, use your arms, and come back up. Good. Again, take it down, walk it out. Don't forget to put some music on that'll motivate you. I have a little bit of music playing in the background. No, I don't have the rights to it. Blah, 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 blah. You know the drill. But I wanted a little motivation for myself. Otherwise, in my quarantine studios here, it's a little bit weird just to be silent and talk to my camera and my dog Maverick that is sitting right beneath the camera. Let's do two more of those. Nice and easy. Stretching out our hamstrings, warming up the body. Work at your own pace. Last one, I'm going to do a little extension for myself on this last one. You don't have to. Good. And bring it up. All right. Let's go into some jumping jacks and or boot slappers. So if you don't want to jump, right, just have your legs a little bit wider than your hips. You go down, touch like the outside if you were wearing boots, and you come up. So it looks just like this, like a jumping jack. Otherwise, the rest of us are going to do 20 jumping jacks. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, nice and light. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, let's do some in Place Frankenstein. So Frankenstein's opposite arm and leg here. Just swing it nice and light, right? Make sure you're not bending far forward. Keep your chest up. Don't worry about how high the leg comes. Keep the chest up. Stretch the hamstring. Little rotation in the body. A couple more. And stop. All right. Let's do some air squats. Okay, preppiness. We do have some squats in here. I'm going to show you sideways. So if you saw my first video, remember it's like you're sitting in a chair. Imagine that chair is behind you. Your hips crease back, right? Knees over toes, behind toes, eyes and chest up. Squeeze at the top. Sit back. Lift your toes to make sure the weight's in your heels. Press it up. Down, up tall. Take a look down once in a while. Make sure the knees are over the toes. If you want to go lower, you can. Two more. Go slower if you need to, faster if you want to. And rest. Good. All right. So, let's roll through. Our warm-up will continue with rolling through what we have ahead of us in our workout. So the first thing we have is squat to an overhead press. Okay, so for this, I'm gonna grab my dumbbells. I'm gonna hold them, you can see right up, end of the weight at my shoulders, hip width apart. So if you're familiar, these are also kind of a quicker, more aggressive version would be a thruster. So I sit down in my chair and then I stand up and press the arms overhead. Sit down, press up. Good, I'll show you sideways. A thruster can have a little more power in it if you want. Down and then boom, boom. Legs thrust the arms up. Notice my bicep is by my ears. I'm not here, right? Chin is level, squeezing my glutes, abs are in, arms by my ears. Let's do one more. Up. That's the squat to overhead press. Then we're gonna come down to the mat. So part of the workout today is getting down, getting up. So instead of throwing in burpees, I kind of threw it in a different way. We're gonna come down to the mat and we're gonna do Spider-Mans. So if you don't want to do a Spider-Man, you could just hold a bent knee plank or straight leg plank like this for 40. Otherwise, a Spider-Man is where you bring your knee to the outside of the elbow, try to touch the elbow and back. Outside, touch. Switching like that, okay? Then we're gonna come up again and we're gonna go into a deadlift. For this, I'm gonna use my kettlebell. Again, if you don't have a kettlebell, you could just use a weight here, like this, okay? So I'm gonna turn sideways again. So imagine there's a big barbell, you're holding a big barbell, legs are hip width apart, my back is gonna be flat. Send your hips back, just like the squat. So notice the bell is really close to my legs, and when I bring it down, it's between my toes here. It's not way out here. My back is flat, okay? Squeeze, come up. Eyes are forward, hips are back, squeeze, come up. The knees bend right over the toes. I don't have to be as wide, but I can be about hip width. And up, just like that. So down here, I'm looking for hamstring tension, right? So I should feel that. You may not be able to get as low, maybe it's here, that's fine. Find that hamstring tension, squeeze at the top. Okay, then we're gonna go down into a bicycle crunch. So be mindful on these. What I hate to see, what drives me crazy, is these sloppy, thrown around, crazy gym versions of that. I don't know what that is, it's ugly, don't do it. If I find you doing it, I'll come to your house with my mask on and I'll grab some sort of something 6 feet away and smack you. Keep your hips stable, take it slow, try to touch your elbow to the outside of the knee. Make it count. Don't make it sloppy and throw your spine around. So, hands are behind your head. You twist, see how I'm touching my elbow to my knee and my hips are stable? And then the other side. And then the other side. I'm not rolling and rocking around any nonsense like that. You could keep the leg higher. Another modified version would be this, okay? Doing that. Then we stand up and we do it all over again, okay? All right, so I have on my phone, it's called Gym Flex Timer, I think, or Gym Timer Flex. It's an awesome free app to use. We're gonna use it so you know I'm not lying to you about the time. He's gonna keep time for me. I call him the dude. Most of my classes, we refer to him as the dude. So, grab some water if you need it. Grab your dumbbells, your kettlebell, whatever weights you're gonna do. If you wanna use a chair for those squats like I showed in my last video, you're welcome to do that. Remember, you wanna speed it up, that's fine, but it better be stable. You wanna slow it down, that's fine too. Monitor yourself, be safe, have fun. All right, he's gonna give us a little 10-second countdown. So we're gonna grab our weights and we're gonna get ready to go with our squat to overhead press. I'll stand sideways, 2, 1, go. 40 seconds of work here. So if you wanna keep it slow, right? If you wanna take it a little faster, you can do that too. Make sure you zip up those abs at the top there. Use your legs to help thrust the arms up, especially if you're using heavier weights. Whole 40 seconds of work here, so pace yourself. Remember, shoulders are creepers. So always start with maybe a little less heavy weight when you're working with your shoulders.
3,
seconds of rest. And then we'll come down into our Spider-Mans, right? Again, you can just do a plank hold if you want, even on the forearms if you need to. 3, 2, 1, go. Elbow to knee. Abs are in. Don't let the head get droopy. You can make it faster if you want here, or slower and controlled. Soften your elbows, widen your fingers. Don't lock out your arms. If you feel it in your back, your hips are probably too low. Stay with it. If you need to, just hold the plank. Do something. Something's better than nothing, right? 3, 2, 1. Rest. Good. All right. Standing up for our deadlifts. So we're going to be doing this 3 rounds. It's going to take about 12 minutes total. Oh, I'm going to use my kettlebell. About hip width apart. Big chest, abs in. And go. Put it down. Squeeze it up. Send your hips back. Press forward. Hips back. Keep the gaze slightly forward. Head in line with your spine. Say hello to my dog Maverick. Make sure you don't overdo it at the top there. Nice and tall. Find that hamstring tension. Send your hips back. Knees behind toes. Squeeze at the top. Almost there. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Down on the mat for your bicycle crunch. Remember, control, stability, rotation. 3, 2, 1. Go. Remember, the modified version could be this, right? Elbow to knee, keeping your pelvis stable. Otherwise, leg can be higher. Lower is more challenging. Touch, 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 touch. The key is to rotate your upper body as much as you can while maintaining stability in your pelvis. Rotation is not in your pelvis or your low back. Rotation is in your thoracic spine, your middle upper back there. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right. Grab a quick drink if you need it because we got to do it all over again. Okay, squat to overhead press. With or without weights. Remember, legs are about hip width apart. Here we go. Down, up tall. Knees over toes, eyes and chest up. Try to keep that chest up. Weight back in your heels. Inhale, exhale. Thrust it up. Use your legs. Especially if it starts getting heavy, right? Power it up. Keep the weights close to you, arms by your ears. If your shoulders are forward like this, you need to start doing some mobility work. And I'm going to show you that at the end of the video. And rest down to our Spider-Mans or a plank hold. You want to change it up, make it harder, do a Spider-Man each side and a push-up. Spider-Man each side and a push-up. 3, 2, 1, go. So you would do Spider-Man, Spider-Man, push-up. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, push-up. Good. Or Spider-Man. Right? Nice and easy. You don't have to rotate and throw your body all around. Stabilize. Maintain control. Remember, soften those elbows. Your back hurts, you can keep your hips a little higher, but not much. Or just go into that plank hold. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Stand it up for our deadlift. So this is a bent knee. There are straight leg variations of the deadlift. We are doing a bent knee, meaning I'm really taking it into that squat and sending the hips back. 2, 1, go. Down, up. Remember, keep the weight close to you. It should land in between the feet, not way out here. Shouldn't feel your back. If you are, you're probably rounding like this and using it to bring yourself up. Use your hamstrings and your glutes. Boom, power it up. Shoulders back. Inhale down, exhale. All about control. It can be fast, but you need control. 1, rest, bicycle crunch. Don't make it sloppy. Don't make me come to your house, Tetherow. My Tetherow people. Nice wide elbows. 2, 1, go. Remember, elbow to knee. If you need to slow it down, stabilize. Otherwise, can you touch the outside of the knee and look behind you? Support your head, don't pull. 3, 2, 1. Rest. All right. Last round, best round. Okay. Squat to overhead press. Tight hips, open up and turn out a little bit, right? So you could be a little more here. Just make sure knees over toes, whatever it is. Sit in that squat for a moment. Boom. Sit. Boom. Abs in. Make sure you stick the landing here. Boom. Steady. Three, 2, 1. Taking it down into our Spider-Man. Remember, a plank hold in this is just as challenging. 40 seconds of plank hold. 3, 2, 1, go. Elbow to knee, or just holding strong here. Remember, soften those elbows, pull the ribs up and in. Head in line with the spine, reach back through your heels. That's it. Keep it going. Remember, something is better than nothing. Even if you gotta drop to the knees into that plank hold, find your shape. Three, 2, 1. Rest. Sit back in child's pose real quick. Okay. Deadlifts. If you want more of a hamstring stretch on this, less quad, right? Keep the legs straight. Go a little slower. Send your hips back. Find that tension. Squeeze it up, right? Maybe a little bit more of a stretch variation if you feel you need it. Otherwise, down, squeeze it up. Squeeze your booty. Inhale, exhale. Root your feet into the ground, guys. Strong feet. Strong roots make a strong tree. Bicycle crunch to finish it off, then you get a rest. Mary Kay, you can get some water. I always gotta put my water breaks in for Mary Kay. If you don't know Mary Kay, just know she likes her water breaks. 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, modified elbow to knee. Keep the elbows wide and make your body lift. Stabilize the pelvis. Otherwise, same thing. Remember, legs can be higher here. Whatever you need. Home stretch, come on. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job. All right. Go ahead and get some water. Take a little, no more than 5-minute little rest. Come back. We're going to do our whole second round. Again, it's a 40-20. 3 rounds through, take about 12 minutes, and then we'll do a little stretching and mobility work at the end. All right, guys, hopefully you grabbed some water and you enjoyed that first round. We're going to get into our second round, but real quick, I wanted just to give a quick reminder that about balance, right? I find with myself right now in these times that I'm either doing this, like I'm working out like crazy and I'm walking and I'm exercising and I'm eating amazing, or I'm kind of doing this, right? I'm like into my quarantine cocktails and my Ben and Jerry's and I'm sliding. I have good days and I have what the heck is happening to the world days. That is my dog again with his water. Awesome. And this is my new normal, right? I am working out in my house. I have to tear apart my whole front room. I call it my quarantine studios. I have my dog and a video because I have to. My husband and my son are locked in the office. All right, they're not locked, but you know what I mean. And it's our new normal, right? It's the new normal. So pay attention to where you're at in that, right? If you're doing this, that's great, but remember to rest and restore and maybe get in some mobility work, which I'm going to show you some at the end here. Maybe just do something different. If mostly you do the strength and conditioning videos, maybe try a yoga video. Maybe try the Pilates video. You'd be surprised at how hard that Pilates is, gentlemen. I'm just telling you. Do something different. Like right now, I'm doing an online yoga certification, and I'm doing a lot more yoga and a lot more of I'm also a martial artist, a lot more of Tai Chi work, spending time with my family, taking the dogs to the dog park, bike riding. I never get to do that. Find the balance, right? Bring down the consumption of quarantine cocktails and maybe do a little bit of meditation. I have a great free app I use, which is called the Insight Timer. And it's free, and they have little 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute morning, afternoon, anxiety, whatever kind of little meditation you need. And I'm trying to do more of those myself and just do a little more of check-ins. So I just wanted to give that little reminder. All right, let's get to it. The next one is a wide squat with a bicep curl. So you don't have to do the bicep curl, you don't have to have weights. I'm gonna have my palms rotated out like this, and I'm gonna turn out. So this would be parallel. This is wide outside my hips and my toes turned out. I have a great deal of turnout, so you may not be there. I'll turn it in a little bit. The most important thing is knees are over toes. So you're gonna have a big chest, stand tall, root your feet, right? What do I mean by rooting your feet? Grab the floor with your feet, okay? Root those feet down. Then open the knees, squat down, and then bicep curl up. Down, bicep curl up. If that does not work for you in your hips, you could do a regular squat and then by hammer curl here, right? Squat, hammer curl. So we're gonna do that, okay? Then we're going into swimming. So swimming is great for your whole back line of your body, all the backside muscles. You're gonna come down to the floor, reach your arms and legs long. So the more modified version would be just opposite arm and leg like this. Try not to tip, right? If you want to take it a little faster, you can lift everything up and go up and down like this. Up and down, right? That's your swimming. Works the whole back line of the body. Then we're gonna stand it back up. We're gonna come back to that wide squat. You can have weights or not, just keep them in front of you. So if I'm gonna stay in the squat, it's an alternating lateral lunge, right? So you're gonna bend your left knee and keep the right straight. Notice my chest, my eyes are up, my chest is forward. My right foot, your right foot is planted down. Don't let it come up. And your left knee is over your toes. And then you come back up. So this would be the modified version. Down and up. I'm gonna show you sideways so you can see what my back is doing. Nice flat back like our deadlift. Up. The weight is down, not way out here. Straight down, straight up. Okay, a little more challenging would be if you stepped out, down, and pushed off. And then the other side. A little more challenging. If you don't feel good and balanced in that, keep the feet planted, bend one, come through center, then the other center. All right, and then we're gonna finish it off with dolphins, okay? So core exercise on the forearms here. You can just choose to hold a plank like we did before. Otherwise, your dolphins, you're gonna come on down. I like to make a little triangle, bringing my fists together, and just find your plank, okay, on your toes there. And then I use my abs and my arms, and I press up and back, dolphin, and then I come to a plank, squeezing my glutes. So arms, back, abs, glutes, down here. Full body. Hopefully you can see my dog's in the video again. All right, so let's get to it. Again, put on some music you like, get yourself set up, and we'll get going. I'm gonna set up, get our dude going here. 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest. He's given us a 10-second countdown. Grab your weights, wide squat with bicep curl. 3, 2, 1, go. So go straight down, curl it up. Straight down. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see I'm not bending forward. Keep my chest up, open my hips. Knees over toes. Use your inner thighs and glutes to squeeze at the top. You can stand up, then curl, or you can make it all one motion. So you can get a little more in, right? Remember, it doesn't work for you, just a regular squat, maybe a little closer in with a hammer curl. That'll work just as well. Try not to swing the arms. Keep your elbows by your side. 1, let's go down into our swim. So, tummy down on the mat. Arms and legs are long. Legs are about hip width apart. Watch your back on these. Keep it small if you need to. Pull your belly button up towards your spine. Here we go. Left arm, right leg, and down. Opposite arm and leg. If you want to lift everything up and go faster, you can. This is great for strengthening all those extensor muscles up through your whole spine, right? And for working those imbalances in the back line of the body. I can make it faster, bigger, working a little more extension. 3, 2, 1. Come on down, sit back in a quick child's pose. And we're going to bring it up for that alternating lateral lunge. If you want to use just one weight on this, you can. You can hold it here, might be a little bit more comfortable. Remember, you can be here and go side to side, or step out, down, push off, come together. Step out, down, send the glute back. You should feel it in your glute there, right back here. If not, you're not sitting back enough. Knees behind the toes, right? Gonna go sideways. Eyes up, flat back. If you turn out your foot, you better open up that knee and hip a little bit, right? You can go faster. You can use a heavier kettlebell or weight. Just want to make sure you're being safe. 1, rest. Taking it down into our dolphin, okay? Triangular position or here. You can hold the plank if you need to. Elbows under shoulders. Here we go. Up and back. Squeeze it down. Up and back. Make sure you don't come too far down. We're not arching it. Flat, strong plank. Breathe. Strong arms. Push the floor away. Don't sink. Head in line with the spine. Remember, just hold the plank here if you want. Reaching your toes back, head long. Or dolphin it out. 2, 1. Drop to the knees. Child's pose quick if you want. Here we go. Wide squat with the bicep curl. I'm going to turn sideways. 2, 1. Go. Open up the knees to go over the toes. Inner thighs, glutes, abs, arms. Try not to swing your arms too much. Keep the elbows tight to the body. Root your feet. Slow it down if you need to. Speed it up if you want. Go heavier with the weights if you want, or no weights at all.
3, 2, 1, rest.
And moving into our swimming. You can also be on the hands and knees and just do this variation if that's more comfortable for you. Here we go. You can start with opposite arm and leg. Pull your belly up towards your spine. Make it faster, bigger. Get stable, don't waddle all around. No, none of this.
3,
2, 1.
rest.
Sit in child's pose around your back here, right? Alternating lateral lunge, 1 weight or 2, or no weight at all.
3,
2, 1. Step, send the hip back, bend the knee. Good. Remember, keep that opposite foot down. Don't let it roll up to the inside. So you can get a stretch through the thigh, inner thigh. Notice my gaze is forward. I'm not rounding my shoulders forward. Send your hip back, find your glutes. Back here. Stick with it.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Rest. All right. Coming into our dolphin. And then we'll do everything one more time. Remember, forearm plank if you need it. Don't sink into the shoulders. Press up out of it.
3,
2, 1. Go. If you want to walk your feet in a little bit, you can. And come a little more forward. It's a little more challenging. Just watch your shoulders there. If you want to just stretch and hold it into your down dog and walk it out a little if you need to, you can do that too. Just keep it moving, right? Something's better than nothing. None of us want to be walking into Tetherow several pounds heavier than when we got into this mess. One or two's okay.
3, 2, 1,
Good.
rest.
Sit back in child's pose. Last round, best round. Something's better than nothing. Move a little, put the weights down, just keep doing something, even if you're standing there and just doing high knees and moving with us. Okay, wide squat with bicep curl.
3, 2,
2, 1. Go. Shoulders are back. Squeeze it up. Remember, I'm not swinging my arms all around. Elbows in tight to the body. I can even change it up maybe to a hammer curl here. So palms would be facing. Feet are rooted, strong through my arches. I like to work out in bare feet. You don't have to. Helps me strengthen my feet sometimes. Squeeze that booty. Zip up through your abs. 3, 2, 1.
Rest.
Good. Swim it out. Remember, I'll show you the modified version, otherwise down on your belly. Otherwise, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, abs in.
3,
2, 1. So lift the knee and the hand at the same time. Hold, bring them down at the same time. Trying to keep your hips level back here. So I imagine a big plate of spaghetti. Head in line with the spine. Keep it going. If you're doing the swimming, work at your own pace. Almost there.
2,
1.
rest.
Good. Sit it back. 2 more, guys. Alternating lateral lunge and our dolphins. And we are all done. Oh, I'm going to use one weight, I think. You can also use a kettlebell on this, right?
2, 1, go.
Step out. Send it back. Good. Remember, if I turn out, I better turn out this hip a little bit. Root down that opposite foot. It can be smaller like this if it needs to be, right? Just send your hip back, find the booty, send the hip back. Good, or it can be bigger. Push off, you gotta push off though, push.
3,
2, 1.
rest.
Rest, put the weight down. Okay, home stretch, our dolphins. Even if you're just holding that plank, guys. Finish strong. Three, 2, 1. Here we go, up and back. Squeeze. Come nice and flat, don't overdo it at the bottom. Stretch up and back, squeeze the glutes. Up and back, squeeze the glutes. Use your breath. Remember, press the floor away with your arms. Don't sink in the shoulders. Top of the head towards the floor.
3,
2, 1.
rest.
Rest. Sit back in a child's pose for me. Hang out here. Awesome job. Just catch your breath. Knees should be wide, big toes together. Walk the hands forward or have them by your side, more relaxed, whatever you feel like you need right now. Nice deep breaths, big sighs, let it out. And then if your hands aren't in front, go ahead and put them in front, and then we're going to walk them over to the left. And really send the right hip down and back. Keep walking your hands forward as you're sending your right hip down and back. Big breaths, breathe into the tight spots. Good, let's go to the other side, walk them over. Send the left hip back and down, walk the fingers forward. Nice big breaths. Open your mouth, breathe through your mouth. Big sighs. One more breath. And come back through center. Let's do a little bit of open book, some people call it. So I'm gonna lay on my left side with my left arm straight out in front of me. Okay, you can have something here for your head if you need it. Stack your hands, stack your hips, stack your knees and feet. Keep your knees and feet together. Open the top hand, follow it with your gaze, rotate back. Inhale as you're going back, exhale as you come. We'll do 2 more. Open and back. I got a nice back adjustment there. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Roll over to the other side. Stack everything. Right arm is underneath you. Hands are stacked. Hips and knees. Inhale up and back. Follow it with your gaze. Hi, Maverick. Hello. Exhale. Up and back. You're such a good pup. You get a little pet there. Oh. 1 more. Big breath. Oh, good. And back. Good. Carefully push yourself up out of it. And then I said I would show you guys some mobility work, so I'm going to do that real quick. This is my company here. You could use a regular foam roller, right? You may have seen these at Tetherow, but this is not out. It's called a not out. So it's just like, you can use it just like a regular foam roller. So couple things I want to show you today. Your glutes, because we did a lot of glute work, and hamstrings, okay? So regular foam roller here, or the not out, or even if you have like a softball, lacrosse ball, it's going to be pretty aggressive, but you could do it. I sit my glute right in the middle there, and I'm going to lean over to my right. Okay, I'm supported in my hands and my feet are down. And maybe right there you can find your spot, right? I call it your spot. Find that spiciness. And then nice and gentle, I'm just going to move up and down the roller. If I want to be a little more aggressive with it, I can cross my right foot on my left knee. So I'm on my right glute, so my right foot is on the left knee. And that opens that up more. I'm sure you can feel it, right? And all the way up to the top there and down. You want to spend at least about 30 seconds minimum on this, right? You have to spend at least 30 seconds. Okay, I'm going to go to the other side just so you know, and you can just do it quick with me if you want. Cross, so I'm on my left side, so my left foot's crossed over. Down and up. If you find that spicy spot, as I refer to it, maybe just stay on there and hold and breathe for 30 seconds if you can do that. That's going to help you out a lot. Okay, and then let's take it to the hamstrings. So for hamstrings, I'll just put it under 1. I'm going to put it right in the center there. Hands are back. Okay, press my hips up. Roll down the meaty part of the back side of the leg. I can rotate my foot in or out to get different parts of the hamstrings, right? You don't really want to roll right behind the knee. Right now we're just focusing on the hamstring all the way up to the glute insertion down to just above the knee there. Okay, we'll do the other side just so I can show you quick, but on your own you're going to do this for at least 30 seconds minimum each side. And you can't use the excuse of you have no time, because seriously, just another reason for me to show up at your house and smack you. Good, turning the foot in or out, just like that. You could also, real quick, if getting on the floor is not comfortable for you, you could sit on a chair with this under you, with your roller under you, and your leg hanging, and then just straightening and bending your knee like this. That's also really effective if you want to just take a tennis ball or a couple golf balls, because I know you got those, most of you, up and down like this. All right, guys, thanks for joining me. Stay healthy, stay happy, stay safe, stay inside. I miss you guys. I can't wait to see you. Take care of yourselves, and I'll try to get these up on my YouTube video as well. And that's it. Thanks for joining me. I hope you had fun. I had fun, and I can't wait to see you all again. Take care.